watching Fintech Wave.
What's up, everybody? This is Ken from Fintech Wave. I hope you're well. I'm back with another video. And today's video, I just want to talk about 3 market highlights that are going on. First of all is Bitcoin. It is the weekend again, so here we are going down, as you can see from this 24-hour price chart on Bitcoin. The good news is that the volume on the 24-hour is reasonably low. 15,000 Bitcoin in 24 hours is not anything really high. That, to me, just looks like some typical weekend selling. Like I always say, that's what goes on the weekend, especially in the climate now where we've had a lot of questionable news regarding Bitcoin. In my view, that news has been coordinated, but at the end of the day, there's been a lot of concerning things that have been said about Bitcoin, and there aren't many buyers. I don't think people are really dumping like that. I think that took place when Elon Musk made his announcement about Tesla not accepting Bitcoin anymore as payment, but the dumping is done. There just aren't a lot of buyers right now. But I have some good news about Bitcoin, and that is the Taproot update has been pretty much approved. If you look at CoinDesk, that's their top story right now. It's Sunday about almost noon where I am in Southeast Asia. So I'd say it's about 1 a.m. Sunday morning back on the East Coast of the United States. So this should probably be up for at least another 4 or 5 hours. The feature story on CoinDesk usually stays up for the better part of the weekend. So the Taproot update has been pretty much approved. Taproot, simply put, is an update to Bitcoin that will enhance privacy, scalability, and transaction complexity. So just to explain the last part, transaction complexity, my research tells me that you can essentially put together a smart contract using Bitcoin with this protocol because of the way the upgrade works. It works on the Schnorr protocol for signatures, which is different than the ECDSA, Enhanced Curved Digital Signature Algorithm. So they've upgraded to a new signature technology, which is going to enhance privacy. The Taproot update will also improve scalability. And as I said, transaction complexity, which is essentially that smart contract type transactions can be processed using Bitcoin now. So these are good things that you probably won't hear JP Morgan talking about. And even if you look at this, like this is CoinDesk, is one of the biggest blogs in crypto. And that right there, that's not saying, yo, Bitcoin is about to blow up off this new update. But I think this news is going to stimulate buying. You know, again, I feel like what could be really, really fantastic news for Bitcoin is understated. This is real techie, and you probably have to do some supplemental reading to really get the most out of this article. But, you know, when they want to talk bad about it, they make it plain and simple, and they even put the right picture there to, you know, to drive it home. So still, to me, there is a certain mindset, these ruling elites, right now they want to keep Bitcoin as low as possible because there is a possibility that Bitcoin can go really, really high, and they want to control it. Essentially, some people think Bitcoin may die out in a year or 2 or 10, that it's not going to be the lead crypto. Probably not, but there's still a good possibility that they may use it as some sort of measuring device. So there is still a possibility that Bitcoin can grow significantly in value from here, especially since it's pulled back from the mid to high 60s. So if you're holding Bitcoin, it's not the worst thing in the world. I don't want to give you financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I just wanted to say that the Taproot update has been approved. It's gotten a 90% approval from the node votes that it needed. And they said you should see it fully in place and implemented by, I believe, November. So this is good news. You may start to see this news cause the price to start increasing in the days and weeks ahead. And one of the good things also is, you know, normally on the weekends we get sell-offs, but so far, as I said, it's already Sunday where I am, and Bitcoin is holding on to 35 reasonably well. We went into the weekend at 36.5. So we've really only lost 1,300 or so. That's not so bad. It says 4% on the last 24 hours, but we're holding 35. Even if it goes to 34, if we can hold 34, 35 this weekend, I think we might see 38, 39 this week, or certainly by next week. But again, just watch out because they do have people scared right now, and there could be some bad news. So it may go lower before it goes higher, but I'm thinking just because of the fact that there are so many big players invested in Bitcoin, And now this latest Taproot update news, just another reason that Bitcoin's not going anywhere for a while. So I just wanted to check in with some positive things about Bitcoin. The Taproot update is big, greater privacy, scalability, and transaction complexity. And effectively, smart contract type transactions can go on with Bitcoin now. The next two things I want to talk about is basically XRP and Flare Networks. So XRP is sitting at 82 cents, almost 83 cents. And the price of XRP has come down from 130, 140, 150 because the price of Bitcoin has come down. That's it. That's the only reason. I mean, it was sitting at $1.40, $1.50. Bitcoin came down from high 40s, low 50s, and everything else came down to as usual. So even though I'm an XRP maximalist and, I'm not here to really talk about how great Bitcoin is. Everybody knows Bitcoin is not eco-friendly. XRP is. But Bitcoin is not wrapped up in an SEC lawsuit. Whether it should be or not is a whole nother story, but XRP is. So the fact of the matter is not only is XRP hamstrung by this lawsuit, like every other altcoin on the market, at least as it stands right now, until XRP is able to get an identity of its own, it's going to move based on how Bitcoin moves. And unfortunately, Bitcoin is being manipulated through the press. They're manipulating market sentiment via the news. How they steer the tone of the news surrounding Bitcoin is causing people to sell and buy or not buy. And that's what's going on by and large with Bitcoin right now. So as a result, XRP is suffering. And then there's, of course, the fact that there is this court case, and that's causing XRP to be below where it should be. Until there is certainty as to the outcome of this court case, XRP is just going to be kind of in limbo. And unfortunately, that's the low side of the limbo right now because Bitcoin is being messed with, if you ask me. How that relates to Flare Networks is, well, Flare Networks is based on the XRP ledger and the Ethereum virtual machine. So 50% of what Flare Networks is based on is still tied up in litigation, and that's XRP. So the reason I bring up Flare Networks is because it's June. It's almost mid-June. It's June 13th, where I am. Monday is going to be the 14th of June, mid-June, and I haven't heard anything definite about when the Flare launch will be. To me, it's like, how are you going to launch Flare Networks if XRP is still tied up in an SEC case? What I have to say about it is, I don't see Flare Networks really launching until XRP is done with this case. Maybe we'll get our airdrop like they said we would in June. Maybe we won't. And this is my point of view. This is not coming from Flare. This is not coming from anything I've read. It's just simple logic. I mean, if the platform's not fully operational, how are you going to launch it? And if you're not launching it, then you're not distributing any part of the Spark token distribution until that launch takes place. So that brings us back to the SEC Ripple case, which unfortunately, Jay Clayton is the cause of all this. Maybe he's the face of the cause of all this. It could be 5, 6, 7, 10, 12 people that sat around in a room with the doors locked and said, this is what we're going to do. And Jay Clayton was the face of it. Who knows? All I know is he's the guy that brought the case on the day he left office, knowing full well that it was BS, but it just totally messed everything up for a fantastic cryptocurrency that is XRP, the utility token of Ripple, a company that's trying to do everything they can to offer a fantastic platform where financial payments are concerned in terms of them being fast, cheap, and energy efficient. And it's like the coolest cryptocurrency in the space. And they're getting the hardest way to go, Ripple and XRP. And it's really a shame to see that happen when you see other coins like Dogecoin and what have you. It's crazy. It's upside down what's going on. Dogecoin started out as a joke, and now it's got all the hype and buzz in the marketplace. XRP is serious. It's the real deal. There's a lot happening with XRP outside the United States, but the United States can't get it in gear to get XRP off the ground and Flare Networks launched. Another reason the United States is not in a hurry to do things that will help Flare Networks launch is Flare Networks is a decentralized finance or DeFi platform, which will allow people to stake and earn passive income using smart contracts without banks involved. You think banks are happy about that? I don't. So they're in no hurry to help this platform go through. If anything, they're going to try to clone as much as they can of what Ripple is doing and how XRP works. And even if they can get their own DeFi platforms together, they're going to do that because, banks rely on brand recognition and things like that. So XRP is in limbo because of the court case. And as a result, this thing might slow the Flare Network's launch. So just to recap, you might see Bitcoin start to rise again because the fact of the matter is no matter how they try to talk it down in the news, in the tech community, everybody knows about the Taproot upgrade and what it will do for Bitcoin functionality. And at least in the initial phase, that is going to have a positive impact on the price. And also, I was talking to a technical analyst recently, shout out to my man Leonard, and he told me that what he's seeing in the technical analysis is saying that Bitcoin could still do some pretty big things before the year is out. So there is some good news for Bitcoin. There are some positive things happening with Bitcoin, but it's not what you're hearing on the front end. So I just wanted to bring it to the front for you in case people thought Bitcoin was doomed. I don't know about that. And then I talked about XRP and where the price is as a result of Bitcoin's pullback and the fact that Flare Networks is affected by XRP's incapacitation right now. So we may not see the launch this June. Even if the case wraps up, even if they announce Monday that the case has been settled, I don't know if Flare Networks is going to launch right off the back of that. So I'm thinking sometime hopefully in July or maybe even early August at this rate. I would like it to happen the sooner the better. I'm just being a realist. And then lastly, to wrap it up, getting back to the banks and this DeFi thing, banks are scared of DeFi for obvious reasons. People can go on their own without a banker and earn more on their money by transferring it to crypto than they could ever earn with a bank. So say you could earn like 20%, which is common with DeFi in a 6-month period, but let's say a year. Say you could take 10,000 and earn 20% in a year using DeFi. What I see banks doing is cloning DeFi platforms, building them into the bank services that they offer, telling the unsuspecting masses, hey, now you can get 8% on your money. Take your money, stake it on their DeFi platform, earn 20% with your money and give you 8%. Or earn 30 or 40 or 50% with your money and give you 8%. That's how they want it, and that's how they're going to try to get it. And until they can have it that way, you're going to see all kinds of things in the news like DeFi is in the crosshairs of the SEC, and banking regulators have DeFi in their sights as the next potential target for litigation. This is what I've already begun to see. But they're telling you how they're going to regulate it and go after DeFi platforms. But what they're not telling you is they're building their own DeFi platforms that they're going to turn around, repackage, and sell people the same thing that they do now, which is give you a fraction of a percent for your money that you place with them while they take it and go and lend it out at crazy rates or invest it or do all kinds of other stuff with it. That's how banking works. They take money and they invest it at the highest yield possible and they pay out the lowest yield possible. Until they can figure out how to do that with DeFi and sell it back to you and basically hustle you, again, the same way they've been hustling you for the past hundreds of years, they're going to be using all of their might to lobby and do whatever they can do to stall things like Flare Networks. It's a double slam dunk for them right now. As long as they stall XRP, they're stalling Flare. And as long as they stall Flare, they're stalling, what could be the beginning of the end for them. So this is what's going on. Once they get something in court, whether the SEC knows they're going to lose, which they probably do, or not, it's like, well, we just want to file one more piece of paper. And when do they file it? 4:30 on a Friday afternoon. You know what I'm saying? And then by Monday afternoon, sometimes you get the result back of the filing, which says, some 2, 4, 6 weeks from now, we'll get a response. And that's what they do. They milk it out in court. And it's really excruciating to watch. That's why I don't even check in on XRP that much. I am a big XRP head. I'm an XRP maximalist. But once this court case kicked in, I was just like, if we get this thing resolved by July, it'll be a miracle. And July is approaching, gang. So Jay Clayton, thank you very much. You've basically wasted half the year for XRP in the United States. Rock on, bro. All right? Listen, I'm going to leave it right there. Don't fret about the markets. There is some good news. It's just they don't have it on the front line. You got to look around for it. Crypto's not going anywhere, gang. It's being bought up. And right now, while they have it depressed, these big bankers are buying it up themselves. While they talk about it like, beware of this and beware of that, and it's not good, and it's Elizabeth Warren talking smack and all this other stuff. While they do all that, you know what I mean? Look at this. For a perfect example of what I'm saying, Biden's top antitrust advisor is a Bitcoin millionaire. just to show you the hypocrisy that goes on. Okay? I'm going to leave it right there. I'll catch you guys on the next video. This is Ken from Fintech Wave. Thanks for checking out this latest episode. If you like the content, please hit like and subscribe. Shout out to all the people who've subscribed already. I'm going to try to keep the quality content coming on Fintech. I appreciate you. And there's a link in the description. The Fintech Wave theme is now an NFT. See you next time, everybody. Take care.